Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing good. In today's video, we're gonna talk about Moza Racing. I'm really happy to have them as a sponsorship because maybe you remember last year I fractured my back while falling in the stairs in my house, and after fracturing my spine, I took time to recovery. I couldn't finish my drift cars for the D1 competition, and I couldn't also keep practicing driving. And I'm really happy because Moza sent me the R5 bundle, the clutch and the handbrake and the shifter. I was really happy to have that package deal because I could continue practicing drifting and keep my reflex sharp. Moza Racing really offer like a good quality for the price. For real, I'm really surprised, like the quality of the material and everything is so good. And when I checked the price compared to the competition, I was super surprised that it's so cheap for what the quality offer with them. And what is really cool with Moza is they're using the classic style NRG quick release system that is used for all their motors and all their steering. So it's really easy, like whatever you change the motors or change the steering, they're all gonna fit. And the funny fact is the NRG's adapter quick release you can use with your personal steering, which I really appreciate because I really like the dip dish steering wheel. And if you're a drifter, you will agree that most drifters really enjoy dip dish. I like the fact that the steering is closer to me. 5 though have no option to change the steering. It's come automatically with this one, which is really great. To me, it's just like super small. It feels like perfect, like for like time attack or like being versatile if you want to drive a F1 or like any race cars. You have all the button on it so you can keep binding your shortcut for Assetto Corsa or any car video game. Really like it, but today I want to introduce what they sent me because I saw something really cool online and they sent it to me. I'm really happy because it's really cool. This is the CS V2P steering wheel. If you're like a car guy like me who like to changing steering, but this one feels like a little bit different than the other one, and I will show you why. There's like a bunch of stickers, so you can customize like all the layout of the shortcut on your steering wheel. That's really cool. Oh my god. Oh, this is so great. The CS V2P having controller on the steering, so it's really easy to again set some shortcut for when you play video game. But this is really cool because as you can see, the bolt pattern in the center is like most of steering. And when I saw the picture I saw on Google and I was talking with Moza, it's like, oh damn, this is so good. I can swap and install my steering on it. The bolt pattern is the same. So I was like, oh, this is so cool. So it's mean like I could keep the control for shortcut and stuff, because I think it's really a good steering wheel for most of people, but for like people who like customizing, the R5 was coming with a bolt pattern that is like clock differently, and then you couldn't put anything because there's the buttons that interfere with if you're trying to change the steering wheel. So it's really a good steering wheel, but in my case, for real, this is the best. And like so for drifter like me who like tuning and modifying their stuff, but they don't want like to stick like with another quick release and losing all the controller, just go with the CS V2P. In the package of the R9, you can actually take it as an option. So when you take the R9 bundle, you can actually select the CS V2P. So if you're looking maybe for having like a good package, like with a little bit stronger motors, but have the possibility to like swap your steering without losing the control, I really recommend you to go with maybe the R9, which you have the option to go with the CS V2 in the bundle you can select on the website. So after that, you can do like me, customize your steering wheel and keeping the control, which is really cool. But also look the quality, it's so good, the leather, the feeling, and like you have a double paddle on each side. For me, as a drifter, I don't necessarily need it, but I might like keep binding for like I don't know, like changing the view, spawning my car. So you have joystick also, so it's really cool because you can like move your view and like turn the head in the game, and then you have like clicky button. It's really good. And then you have also like a toggle, and then like brake bias you can select, and then here's like, it's a camera, but I guess you can keep binding for anything you want. This size of the steering actually pretty much similar than like my actual steering. So this one feels like car steering wheel compared to this one feels like more like a racing steering wheel, like really like a race car, like I don't know, like a rally car or something like that. As a like a tuner, fan of like tuning cars, for real, I really like this one. And it's like a circle shape. This one is like a D shape. So as a comparison, you can see how big the other one is. So this one feels like regular car, and this one is really feel like racing style. Seriously, I have nothing to say against this one. It's really still a good one. It's perfect for someone starting. But if you're ready to go like a little bit like customizing like me, for real, you might go directly with the R9 and go with the CS V2. Or if you have the R5 like me, you can order the CS V2P separately. Seriously, thanks Moza for that gift. I'm really happy. It's really appreciated. Before to remove the steering wheel, I would still give it a try. I want to try it as it is. Alright, so here's my setup. I know it's maybe not easy to see correctly, but this is exactly reproduction of my driving seats position of the 300ZX Z32. So I basically like, yeah, make a jig in my Z32 and then copy like the angle of the steering, the position of my handbrake, and the position of my shifter, and I already got the 300ZX seats. So yeah, this is exactly the reproduction of my Z32 sitting position, and I made that custom arm from a monitor arm to get my keyboard and my mouse, because despite playing a car video game, I enjoy also playing Star Citizen and playing FPS sometime, and of course I do video editing, so I did like that setup so I can put my keyboard and my mouse. And it's really cool because it's quite easy to move around like this. There we go. So for now I can easily sit. Now it's a prototype with wood, but once I finish like to optimize it and I feel like everything is perfect and feels great, I will actually make a tubular chassis for my sim setup, because the wood is more cheaper to do like trial and do mistake. This is my setup for now. Looks like they know I like purple and blue. Everything purple and blue, like my PC. Now I didn't keep binding, but damn, the switch feels so good. Alright, so we're gonna try that steering wheel on my favorite track, which is Minami. Sadly, it's became another track. I was lucky. I managed to go jump the Minami in real life before it's closed. At least now I can enjoy it on Assetto Corsa. So good, for real. I really like the feeling of the steering actually. Man, so much fun. I really like, for real. I really like the feeling of the steering. Everything is so good. Like even without my gloves, the feeling of the leather is really good. I can sense like the buttons are like clicky and nice. The shift paddle are really good, and it's really cool for real. There's like 2 shift paddle on each side, so it's allow you to actually keep buying more feature. All right, so right now we're gonna actually transfer my steering so we can enjoy doing some tuning. Oh, and also just to show you before I'm changing the steering, here you go, you can slap your energy quick release and it's working really fine. There's no problem. You might be a little bit careful because there's the connection of the steering wheel, and just to be careful, I did remove like the inside of the where's the horn connections going, to be sure it's not scratching there. I don't know it's actually touching it, but I remove it just for safety. And then now I'm gonna transfer my steering. Whoa, so long boat. All right, so now we're gonna change the steering, and you have to be careful because yeah, the quick release actually is separated from the base, and this is why actually the bolts are super long. They're going all the way in. All right, so now once here we go. That's so cool. Now I can enjoy to have my own personal steering fit on the Moza, and then having the chance to still have like access to the control of the car, which is so good. I really like it. I still reaching the pedal. It's a little bit far, but worst case scenario, I see you have screw. You can actually probably customize your paddle shift, or maybe I can make it a little bit closer, but I don't really use it since I'm doing drifting. I'm not driving often a supercar, but this is like one of the main reasons why I was looking for that setup I couldn't have before using the regular hub. So now I can really have a really cool setup with my own style steering wheels. Oh my god, feels so good. Feels like driving my real car. Woohoo! I really like it with the control look. I can just like, there we go. Don't need to go press on my keyboard. I can also reset the game. It's so good. I really like that you can all keybind your stuff. I can probably keybind my flashers on the paddle shift. Whee! Woo! Oh my god, so much fun. So for real, thanks Moza for sponsoring me. I'm really happy because I can really finally practice with the real setup, customize it the way I like it. It's so good, I really love it. So for anyone looking for a good solid steering wheel, I really recommend Moza. It's really good. For the price they offer, their setup is really good. I really like the quality, everything's so good. And I really like, seriously, they go with the setup of using the classic like energy style quick release. It's allow you to many possibility. It's easy to mount, and for real, it's really good. And as I said, if you're a car guy like me who really like customizing your stuff, and you want to feel like street cars style, still having the possibility like to keybind and have like quick button near your steering, for real, the CS V2P is the best option. Either you get just the R5 and you buy it separately, or you go with the R9 in bundle. You can actually select it as an option. Personally, I really love my R5. It's really good. It's super great. The handbrake feels great. I heard some people were complaining about the brake pedal, but it's the red spring that you can install on the brake pedal. And for real, I've been driving cars for a long time, and I'm drifting, and it feels stiff as my 300 ZX, and it feels really good. So yeah, it's a really honest review. Like, I know I'm sponsored by Moza, and some people were like, oh, of course you're gonna talk positively, but even before I was sponsored, I did test the product. Like, I have few friends already have the Moza, and I tried it before, and I was already like looking to buy one, and I got lucky. They decided to support me. It's really appreciate. So now I can finally like keep practicing for my next D1 competition and drive on my favorite track with the best setup I have. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you appreciate my review, and if you need any advice on your drift setting, or like for your simulator setup, don't hesitate to comment. If you have any question for me, it will be really a pleasure for me to help. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's really appreciated. So see you next time. Ciao.